Welcome to Top of the Drops, Gallo's weekly show featuring the best in Web3 music. I am on the road this week, which is why I'm recording from my friend's guest room / office. But I do have my new taco with me, which was a gift from the worst waifu. I'm very excited. Fun show today. We have got the top drops, and I'm doing an interview with WrighteousJ from City of Sound, so stick around.
Thanks, Taco. That's right. Backstreet's back. All right! We are here once again to give you the top drops of the week in Web3 from Gala Music. And first up, we've got Josh Savage with the track Carry Me Home on Sound XYZ. Josh Savage, a British indie singer-songwriter and music NFT artist based in Berlin, is releasing Carry Me Home to raise funds for his 3-year US 0-1 visa application. By contributing to this cause, you're not only supporting his career, but also becoming part of his journey. Paramount by Tess Henley. Inspired by the love her parents have exemplified in her life, the song became the seed for an album. Paramount. The track addresses the never straight line of building things of paramount importance. This track is on Gala Music and is now completely sold out! The Imperium Collection. Hunter as a Horse has over 3 million streams on Spotify, with their music being played in over 75 countries. Their music has been featured in commercials for major brands like Lexus, Samsung, and Chanel. This track comes to you from Opulus and was sold out in pre-sale. Andromeda by City of Sound. This track celebrates the moment where we get to be face to face, away from the screens and the walls that separate us from seeing each other for what we truly are. Human. This track comes to you from Gala Music and is now completely sold out. And coming in at number 1, it's our favorite and yours, Please and Thank You, with their track Upside. Upside, featuring a nightmare-inspired darker house production style, is the 4th release from Please and Thank You's upcoming 3 days and 2 nights EP. Released on Gala Music, this track is also completely sold out! That's all from me, Taco. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Dropbot, as always. It's officially summer, which means it's festival season, which means I get to see live music. A band that I have not gotten to see live yet is City of Sound. We're working on that, and so I wanted to chat with WrighteousJ, greatest frontman in Web3. Let's find out. WrighteousJ, greatest frontman in Web3, yes or no?
Oh, man. I can't decide if I want to answer with my frontman syndrome or be really humble about it.
If you think in terms of how many bands are in Web3...
I feel like you're leading me to the water, and I really want to give my honest answer, but it's really going to make me look bad. I want to sell out our next drop, so I'm going to just be, really humble.
Thanks for coming on. I just wanted to chat with you guys because I'm excited about the direction things are going. You just sold out your 3rd drop on Gala with Andromeda. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you to our supporters. I'm excited.
And I don't know if they're tracking the records for how quickly things sell in pre-sale, but you nearly sold out in pre-sale. So when it went to public, there were like 5 or 6 tracks left that all went immediately, which is so awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I honestly didn't realize that pre-sale was 1 track a person. So even that was like really encouraging. Like seeing, I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, very encouraging. We were very excited, which we're excited because, well, I guess if this comes out Thursday, we're going to do that supporters call, like exclusive call, which is going to be really fun. So I want to have a board meeting, kind of explain what we're doing, and where we're going and everything to all of our supporters.
You guys are really embracing that aspect of Web3 where you're doing like that private meeting for holders, or you mailed out some fun merch to people, which is that bridge between Web 2 and Web 3 that people like me are like drooling over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and I feel like, I mean, why wouldn't, I mean, you and I have talked about this before, but like, why wouldn't you lean into it? You know, like our whole base that we've kind of garnered so far, it's all been because of, you know, me streaming, and then I have like the YouTube Nova streams, and it's basically just that direct engagement with our listener base that has grown it. So once we got pulled into Gala, it was just like, it's just more of the same, except now, you know, these people, you know, they own, you know, NFTs of your music, and they're actually like helping you monetize your music. So I would argue it's even more of an incentive to interact, to be personable, to make sure that they know what's going on with your future and where you're planning to go with all your future drops and everything. So I don't know, to me it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Yeah, reasonable. I want to make sure that you're getting credit for something. You coined the term fan dependent.
Yes.
Someone recently suggested there should be a fan dependence day, which I thought sounded super fun.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, you know, it's funny because the whole idea of fan dependent, I think it was like 6 months ago, I was on my YouTube and I was like hanging out on stream with some of our listeners, and I was telling them, I wish we could figure out how to be fan dependent. I wish we could figure out like how to do this, but fan dependently. And then, yeah, Gala happened. So it was kind of like, honestly, it was like perfect. I was like, oh, now we're fan dependent. But a fan dependence day is awesome. I love that.
I'm not sure what that will look like yet, but it's whatever it is. If someone says, hey, I got us tickets to the Fan Dependence Day celebration or festival or whatever, I'm in. I don't even care what it is.
Yeah, that's actually really dope. We'd probably have to play that one.
You guys just performed an amazing show I didn't get to go to because I was in Atlanta. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, we just performed VidCon. For anyone who doesn't know what VidCon is, it's basically YouTube and TikTok's convention that they do once a year. It's in the Anaheim Convention Center. It's awesome. It's like gigantic. It's just a huge convention. And yeah, we went and played. Yeah, we actually closed out the whole night, which was insane. I wasn't expecting that. We kind of got there and got like the run of show, and they chose to have us close everything out, which is wild because some of the artists that performed with us who were awesome, like Kyle X, DT Known, Layla Sadie, they were awesome, and they have millions of followers, you know, like in terms of just like TikTok, YouTube, which like I do not have that many subscribers. Like we're doing fine, but like there's levels to this, you know, and we are not at that level. So they are at a whole different level than we are. But yeah, the organizers and stuff, they like watched our live videos and they had listened to our music and they're like, no, we want you guys closing the night out. Everyone on the bill was like on board. They're like, yeah, you guys just go out there and just like absolutely crush it. So they warmed up the crowd for us, and then yeah, we went out in front of just a full crowd, and it was cool because we had quite a few listeners out there who were singing our songs the whole time, and like we're all in. But it was bananas, and I think honestly it might have been like just the most loud and insane crowd we've ever played in front of. They were just from the top, they were deafeningly loud. And even after the show, we were all laughing. And I was like, there's only one time I will never complain about not being able to hear my monitor or hear anything. And it's when the crowd is so loud that you literally just can't hear what's going on. It was that loud. It was awesome. I even went out into the crowd and I couldn't even hear out of the mains or anything. It was just blisteringly loud. And yeah, it was very cool. It was a good chance for us just to show what we do, you know, and what we've been doing with kind of our fan base so far. And there was a lot of new people out there who had never listened to us before. And so it just put us out in front of a whole new base, really. So yeah, it was cool. We were very thankful to be on it. And it was very fun.
It sounds super fun. I didn't get to that one. And so you need to have more shows, I think is what all this comes down to.
I mean, we're playing all the time. When do you want... I was trying to get Boston, but all those venues were booked up.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to come out there. I know there's more stuff planned for this year.
We will see what other dates open up right now. We're talking to two booking agents right now and some agencies who have courted us pretty hard, which we're really thankful for, because it's really been 5 years where no one has shown interest in being our booking agent. So I've just been booking all of our stuff. And we get together, we make a whole Excel sheet, and then I just try to contact the venues over and over again, and then we book our tours. And honestly, our listeners help us too. Our listeners will literally street team and contact every venue in their city and then help us book a date, which is amazing. But it does get to the point to where it's just too much. So it's really nice now that we have agencies courting us who really, really want to get us on board for their booking and really wanting to find us a bunch of dates. So, we'll see who we go with or what we end up deciding to do. The good thing is we're not desperate. So they're going to have to really show us the value they bring to the table. I'm sure that both of them will probably end up sneaking through Twitter and finding this. So I'm just letting you guys know, you got to bring value. This is our life. So I know at the point this comes out, both agencies will find this and they will probably laugh and smile because I'm just putting it out there.
I like the idea of a street team. I think I need to get one of those.
Street tacos.
Because it just sounds cool.
Street tacos.
Well, yeah. Of course it is street taco team.
Well, no, but you call them street tacos.
What's the dream festival for you guys to play? It's festival season. If you guys could play any of them, what would it be?
That's a great question. So it was funny coming into this year because instead of doing a festival circuit, it was no, let's do the con, land, gaming land, events circuit, which I think has been the right call for us 100% because it's gotten us in just a whole different place. But that's a really good question. See, it's my bias is going to go towards somewhere in the UK, but that's because if I get yelled at by one of our UK listeners one more time about us not touring the UK yet, I'm going to lose my mind. Every time I stream, no matter what, that comment always happens. So I would have to say something in the UK, whether it's Slane Castle, Glastonbury. There's a really big festival up in Edinburgh. I would probably say something like that would be probably our dream. Lollapalooza in Chicago would definitely be up there. But honestly, a festival in the UK would probably be Dream Festival that we would play at. I would think so. That would be my answer.
That checks out. You guys have sort of a similar trajectory to September Morning, which is based on a comic. So they play a ton of cons. I'd like to see you guys do a show together. How do we make that happen?
Did you see Emily's DM on Twitter?
Oh, you mean we're already talking about it?
She had scheduled a meeting for us on Friday that I set up for you. I had noticed that you hadn't responded yet. We had rescheduled that meeting for Friday. I had noticed you hadn't responded, so I was like, I don't even know if he knows. So we were gonna have a talk on Friday just to see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we have a lot. We do have a lot of. I know they have a lot of things going on too. So it's just kind of seeing if that's a possibility or like what's kind of out there. What's available. So yeah, we'll kind of see. And if you want to get on that call that we were wanting you in on, feel free.
Yeah, I'm getting to that call. If you end up working with them, do you have to do 2 shows so you each get a night to headline?
I have no idea. I have no idea. That kind of stuff never bothers me because I would guess if we did a show, it'd probably be in LA anyways. I mean, we've played everywhere, every venue in Los Angeles that you can name. So I think, I don't know, that stuff doesn't even matter to me. When it comes to like shows like that, I think you just do like a co-headline and then it doesn't matter. Each person gets an hour and a half, and then you just show up and then you just crush it.
You're not even gonna be competitive about who closes it out?
No, I don't care at all. I feel like you thought that I was gonna care a lot about that.
No, I didn't know, but I'm now a little disappointed. I'll bet you Emily would say the exact same thing, that she also doesn't care.
You wanted me to ego it. Hey, you wanted me to be that front man syndrome, like come in.
You don't need to close out because you're that confident in yourself.
I mean, yeah, and I know September Morning puts on a hell of a show too. So like, for me, it's like, because I know like even Please and Thank You was telling me like, hey, we could do something. I was like, yeah, for sure. Like that'd be really fun. We have some other bands, acts outside of Web3 that we're working on some shows with right now that we're gonna do. For me, I'm just like, whatever. Like if it gets us in front of our fans, like I really don't give a shit. Like just get us a slot. We'll show up. We'll do what we do.
I like that. Easy. All right, we're just gonna get you a slot then. We're gonna make this happen.
Yeah, I mean, doing a show with anybody in LA is very simple. Just given like, I'm sure Emily has all kinds of contacts with venues in LA, like we do too. So like, you can literally just like call up a venue and be like, hey, we want this date. If it's a venue, and then you just book it. Like even if Gala wanted to do a full Gala bill, why has Gala not done a tour?
That's what we're talking about right now, man.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not making assumptions. Because I was just thinking, I mean, you know me. I'm going to start like processing in my brain. Because like, I mean, Gala's kind of thing right now, right, is getting that brand recognition in order to really get people to understand that Gala is the platform on the Web3 space that can cross over into the Web 2 space and can bring that exclusivity with like experience with bands and stuff. So it's like, it would make a lot of sense. I mean, this is just me. I know we're on an interview, but I'm spitballing to you. I'm just talking to you. I mean, it would make a lot of sense to take like a three band bill, doing a small tour, but under the Gala banner. And the whole idea is to cut content for Gala to show them like the up and coming, kind of like, the acts that are really like on the verge of like exploding. And then being like, this is what we got. And then, you even do like small rooms. Like you could do like 200, 300 cap rooms, like smaller rooms, but just pack them out. And then, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
I am surprised.
You could sell, tickets if you want to. You could have tickets in the all access. There's a million things you could do. You
could literally sell tickets through Gala. So the tickets themselves are an NFT. And then that already starts putting a strike into Ticketmaster's pocket and Live Nation. So you already start being disruptive in that way. And basically it forces people to go get tickets on Gala. So it already forces them to get interactive with the platform itself, which is a good way to start crossing over fan bases that don't necessarily get it yet. Anyway, look at me. I'm just starting to like, that would make sense. That's interesting. That is interesting. Even if it was like a small like leg of a tour, but just to kind of get a lot of content for Gala so they can really be like, look at what we're doing. Like, look at these artists that we have, these bands we have, like, and look what they do, and then it's all of a sudden it leads into new drops, new releases. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if that's look, you're shaking your head like that's something you guys have been thinking about, but
that's something I think about all the time.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we can talk about it on Friday when we're with Emily.
Yeah, because I do think that's really interesting. What's Please and Thank You doing?
I don't
Like,
know.
what's he
They're
up
joining
to?
the tour, I guess.
Well, because Please and Thank You, he had said something about like doing a show together. And I'm like, we actually, when we went and played Dallas last year, we played with the DJ. Now the DJ opened for us, not that Please and Thank You would open for us, but it went off super well. And I didn't know how our genres would mix, just because like, you know, like we're cinematic rock and whatever, and they were very like electronic house. It really molded together. Like it was dope because everything just felt like a party. So
Yeah.
even like a 3-band bill, but like light travel, so that way it's not expensive at all, which we've done for the last 5 years. Yeah, even if you did like 5 to 10 shows with 3-band bill, Please and Thank You, City of Sound, September Morning. That's 3 different genres to represent Gala, to show the wide variety that they are bringing to the table. But each one is very talented, puts on a hell of a show. And you basically just show, like, look at all the genres we're bringing to the forefront of like these, you know, emerging artists, you know, as like labeled. I mean, that's a very big brand win and low cost, but that's really interesting.
Most importantly, that's a show that I want to go to.
Yeah. I mean, right. I mean, that's yeah. And, you know, and you think about that bill under like even like smaller rooms, just to kind of guarantee a packed house. And it just looks really good content wise, because it almost makes it look underground. Like it makes it look like it's about to explode in those rooms. Content wise, that's just awesome. We did that on our last tour, and like all the vids we got just made it seem like it was just mayhem. Like it was awesome. So anyways, that could be cool. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it's good. We should probably stop now before we both get in trouble with Bucks.
I know. I was like, I think I'm gonna get you in trouble, so I should stop talking.
This was great. Thank you so much for joining me this time on
Oh, is that it?
short notice, but I would interview you guys every week. Well, not, I don't say you guys, because the rest of the band never comes on into these. You don't let them. I would interview you every week, and Nova's just somewhere in the house playing her violin.
She's literally somewhere in the house playing her violin right now. She literally, I can hear her like off in the distance playing right now.
I knew it.
We have 3 options for our 4th drop. What song would you like to hear either off our album or one of our new singles that you would want us to drop? I'm very intrigued by what you would want.
This is super hard, and this is a debate in general. If like to look at new stuff versus back catalog. I don't know. I'm really interested. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm kind of a back catalog guy. I like the songs that I already know. Like we talk about doing like bands from like a while ago, just for like, because it's like the nostalgia. And I like the idea of having those songs like I've been a fan of for a long time, just to own them. Yeah. But there's so much appeal to new stuff. Don't ask me, man. Ask those guys.
I'm gonna ask them tomorrow. So we have a few options, but we just haven't decided yet.
I would think most people would say something from your back catalog. That would be my guess.
Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling. Yeah, because I think we're gonna hopefully try to do end of July. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on for a bit. I know it was a quick grab, but I appreciate you getting me on.
Yeah, of course. Everyone loves hearing from you, so it works out. And good luck on the call, unless you already had it. In which case, I hope it went well.
Thank you. It went great.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Awesome, man. Later, brother.
Thank you, as always, for the time, sir. And thanks to anyone who is watching. If you're on YouTube, follow us on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. And have a great night.